are you? Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Thank you for the roses. Make sure you guys are drinking lots of water. I'm feeling a little bit of migraine energy because of lack of hydration specifically, but I'm gonna go ahead and work on some pain relief for the moment. We're working with amethyst. It's great at soothing pain away. Another great crystal for working with pain relief is sunstone. Thank you for following. And welcome in, everyone. Feel like we're having some depression too showing up in the chat. Welcome in, you guys. I hope that this helps a little bit. Make sure you are taking deep breaths and being kind to yourself. Yes. And to you. Your head is hurting? Yeah, I was like, it's feeling like right up in the temples specifically. Though for someone kind of like, they might have gotten hit in the head, like right around here in the back. But for the actual migraine, it was like in the temples. That is definitely lack of water on top of negative and energies from around you. So make sure you're staying hydrated, but also if you have any painkillers for migraines, definitely take that too. But we're gonna work on some headache relief. I'm sorry, I cannot articulate apparently. We need to work on the throat too. Hello Sam, how are you? I am doing well. It's very sunny today. Thank you, Nicole. Honestly, I kind of like hated it this morning, but I was in such a mood. Oh gosh, I redid this look like 3 times. How is everyone? Thank you for the gifts, you guys. And the roses. Michael, welcome back. For a second I didn't realize it was you. Good to see you. It's giving Princess Leia. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You cleaned your car? Good. I'm glad. Hopefully the energy in there feels a little bit better, because when you physically clean things, you also spiritually cleanse them, in case you were not aware. I'm gonna focus a little bit harder on this pain relief. You know, it's funny you said that, because I almost wore a tiara. I was like, no, that's too much. I don't think I have it in here. Hold on. No, I left it in the bathroom. It's like a weird crystal tiara that has a moon on it. Almost wore that and I was like, nah, it's too much. Carpet beetles. Ooh, no, I'm so sorry. You have to deal with that. Hopefully it helps. I think borax might work, but I don't know how it would do on the carpet. Those things are nasty though. Sushi. You drenched in vinegar. I was gonna say like apple cider vinegar and then baking soda, but that's like for stains, definitely. Hopefully vinegar helps. But I don't know. Apple cider vinegar works good on fleas. And it doesn't hurt your pets, which is great. Make sure you guys are drinking lots of water. feeling like that migraine is easing up a little bit, but it's still there. Thank you guys for all the likes and the follows. I appreciate it. We're almost at, I believe, 6,000. I'm really excited. Yeah, we're super close to 6,000. I'm so excited. Okay, yeah, so it's both of them. Makes sense. Thank you for the follow, Jenny. No, I'm seriously so excited about reaching 6,000 followers. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys. My goal when I first started this account was to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, and I think we're like not even, like, oh my gosh, we're not even technically to the halfway point, and we're like, I don't know, it feels like we're super close, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I appreciate you guys for following and being here. Okay, no, you guys are gonna make me want to cry. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing. Hey Katie, how are you? Definitely get that. I just got to 40 followers or subscribers on YouTube, and I was immediately like, you guys are so sweet. I can't. Oh my goodness. See, certain kind of, like, 40 people might not seem like a lot online, but imagine like 40 people coming into the room to see what you're doing. I would be terrified, like almost mortified. I'd be like, oh, 40 people are interested in what I'm doing right now. Versus like on here where I'm like, oh, there's like hundreds of people, and I'm like, oh, I don't even mind, like I love it either. But like imagine them all coming to one like little room. I'd be like, oh, I'm nervous now. I'm glad that you feel the energy, Michael, and thank you guys for the follows, by the way. No, I really appreciate it. Oh good, that migraine is easing up quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use just Reiki for a second though, just to massage the temples. Katie, literally the peanut gallery. I am the peanut gallery in person. I will sit there and laugh at random things. Like I have a tendency of overhearing people in public. It's not that I'm listening in or eavesdropping, but I'll hear their conversation, and sometimes they'll be having an argument or something, and I'll be like, that person's a jerk, or like something in response to what they're talking about. Like I'll try not to say it out loud, or I'll think someone's talking to me when they're clearly not, and I'll respond to them, and they're like, oh, thank you, like all confused. I'm just like, my bad. Hello Catherine, how are you? You got the urge to clean inside. Hey, cleaning is good. We're almost to the full moon, you guys. We're like super close, which by the way, if you guys come and join me on the evening on the 3rd, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are doing another psychic activation Reiki session live. So if you're interested, come join me. Hello Mia, how are you? Thank you, Milo, for the follow. So I think the full moon is technically what they're considering as the 2nd, but could be wrong. But the full visibility is on the 3rd, which is why I'm doing it then. Thank you, Catherine. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Sorry, I have the hiccups. Bear with me a second. Oh no, Katie, I'm so sorry. Have you thought about getting a mouth guard? I know that that helps some people. I used to grind my teeth in my sleep pretty bad. Lacey, well, welcome in. Thank you for following. I wonder what sign you were asking for. Well, this is an energy healing, and right now we're working on pain relief, specifically for migraines. Thank you. How are you? Thank you guys for the follows. Nothing much. How are you? From the dentist. That's good. Hopefully that helps a little bit. As for the tension when it comes to lockjaw when you're sleeping and like the clenching, it's definitely an anxiety response in most cases. Though sometimes if you get lockjaw, you can't open your jaw at all, which not great. I've actually struggled with that quite a bit too, which is a struggle sometimes because you just get stuck and you're like, I can't do anything with my face. But The only thing I'd recommend is working on anxiety. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so do what you need to do, but hopefully it helps a little bit. Cleaning helps your anxiety. Cleaning helps my depression, actually. So my family has been a bunch of hoarders my entire life. So I've lived in an absolute pigsty most of my life. And the moment I switched into this space, where I have a clean environment and I am able to keep it clean and keep it decorated the way that I like, my depression has lifted quite a bit. And this is coming from someone who has struggled with depression. I have major depressive disorder, and generalized anxiety disorder, and blah blah blah. I have a bunch of other stuff, but like I'm able to get out of bed most days, and obviously I've done the healing. Like I'm still doing the healing work, but it helped quite a bit. Not waking up to a absolute pigsty every day. It's hard to get to that point though, but be patient with yourself and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need to. Oh no, Ella, well hopefully this helps and hopefully this eases it up. Migraines are not fun. Just so you guys know, most of you need to drink water. Oh, definitely, I totally get that. Oh, I can definitely get that. For me, it's mostly been therapy, coping, just learning different coping mechanisms and stuff like that. That has helped my depression quite a bit. You guys ever see those TikToks? Maybe I'm just on the mentally ill side of TikTok, which I definitely am. You guys see those TikToks that are basically like, you ever just like wake up at the end of the season and you're like, oh yes, it's sunny, finally, the depression's over, and they go outside and they look all happy for 2 seconds and they're like, it wasn't seasonal. I'm like, no. Yeah, me too. Mental TikTok, 100%. Thank you for following. You're on there too? Yeah. Hey, I'm also on like possum TikTok and raccoon TikTok and bird TikTok. I'm over here with all the animals and then like all the witchy stuff and then like some of the spiritual stuff and then the Reiki healers. It's so funny. Mr. Duck, how are you? You guys are so funny. Katie? Yeah, no, I feel it. But mentally ill people always end up liking each other. Well, okay, that's not true actually. I've known quite a few mentally ill people. It's the ones that want to work on themselves and they want to heal that are just fabulous. Some don't, so there's some just aren't there yet, and that's fine. Everyone's on their own path to healing, and I am perfectly fine with that. Just, you know, don't come bringing drama into my life, and we'll be fine. You can vent all you want, but like, you know, don't try to drag me into drama. Oh, Mark, I'm sorry. Mr. Duck, I'm glad you're doing well. And all the animals, for sure. Oh, and, oh yeah, Norse pagan stuff. Like, all the pagan stuff. Definitely. Are you asking if I'm a system? Because I'm not. Yes. Our weirds understand each other. Thank you for following. Oh, I'm glad. Sometimes making the move is what's necessary. Thank you guys for following. I'm gonna end up reaching 6,000 before I get done with this live now, and 444 on the clock. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you for following. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate it. Feel like we're still working on that migraine, by the way, but I'm gonna go ahead and add in some peach moonstone. It feels like that's kind of needed for this. Oh, Queen. When you're healing from a breakup, the first thing that I can recommend, and it's always going to be my first recommendation, is working on self-love and self-care and self-forgiveness. Especially when you're recovering from something like that. If you're working with crystals specifically that you want recommendations for, rose quartz, prehnite, and Amazonite are going to be great crystals, but also kunzite. I highly recommend that you end up working with, thank you, oh my goodness, you guys, working with crystals that are specifically for self-worth, self-forgiveness, and self-compassion, self-love. Lepidolite's also a great crystal. Other than that, I would work on spending time with those people who make you feel loved and supported. Do things that make you feel passionate and get back into any hobbies or anything like that that you may have stopped because of that relationship, or anything that you may have held yourself back from doing during that relationship. A lot of the time people will stop doing things when they get into a relationship with someone that the other person either doesn't want them doing or something else. And I'm not saying, go and do something bad for you. I'm saying, like, if you liked painting before and you just never had the time for it, get back into it. You like singing, sing more. You liked doing some kind of arts and crafts, or going to hang out with your friends at beaches or parks or things like that. Go and do those things. Go and do some supportive, self-loving things. And take yourself out on dates. You don't need another person in order to be happy. You need to focus on yourself first and foremost and go from there. And eventually things will start getting easier. Also, for grief, because it is a form of loss in a way. It's not the same as losing a person, but they're leaving, so it's like that kind of thing. Working with seashells, like oyster shell with barnacle, is great for grief and pain relief, that kind of thing. Listen to some old music. Listen to some breakup music. Cry it out if you have to. Just do what you need to do for yourself and be kind to yourself, okay? That is what I recommend. And no, you're okay, Sam. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for all the gifts, by the way. Oh, I definitely get that. Yeah. It was the opposite for me with my ex. He actually really loved playing video games, but I was never all that into it. I only like old style games, so like you'll catch me on the GameCube playing like old school Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh gosh, it froze for a second. Thank you for the hat. Oh my goodness. Of course. No, I'm happy to help with any advice that I can possibly give. I've had a lot of breakups and a lot of relationships, though to be fair, I was only ever really super sad about like two of them. But what actually led me into my healing journey was getting out of a 5-year-long abusive relationship. Took me like 2 years to be able to work myself up to leaving, and it was because I still cared about him. And don't get me wrong, I still actually kind of care about him, but it was abusive and very toxic and not good. But I've been away from him for like 2 or 3 years, probably more than that, probably more like 4 now. But it was like the best choice I ever made for myself, so... Oh, 100%, I totally get that. Old school games that are like remastered to be new, 100%. Especially with the new game, like, mechanics. It's great. No, it's totally valid. Obviously work on the trust issues, but it's understandable with how things are nowadays. It can be a little bit difficult. It's true. Gaming can be a form of therapy in a way. I'm mostly the kind of person who sits there and plays Animal Crossing or like Rune Factory now because I have a Switch instead of a GameCube, which I cannot find at the old GameCube styles anymore. But those were the kind of games that I used to like. Platform games, I guess. But like the old style ones. Oh, RPGs are pretty fun. I like Fable. You play Minecraft, I love that. Ooh, sorry for hitting my phone a little bit there. Animal Crossing is super, like, therapeutic. I love it. Ooh, cool chippers. Thank you for sharing the live. Definitely. Sometimes leaving the relationships are actually what is best for you, ironically enough. Even though it might not feel like it at the time, you'll find out later that it was what you needed to do for yourself. Yeah, Fable is such a good game. Have you guys played Fable 3? I cry every single time with Walter. Every time. I don't think there's ever been a time where I was not crying when it came to Walter, and I always wanted there to be like a DLC in order to be able to save him. I'm so disappointed about that. It really is a mindful activity. It is so sad. Wait, which who are you talking about marrying? I'm sorry, I got confused. Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%. I'm such a crybaby too already. Also, we're using selenite in order to cleanse away some negative energy, but also still in that headspace. Some of the migraine is actually due to stress now. It was specifically because of water, not getting enough hydration, but now it's mostly stress-induced. So we are going to use some lepidolite in a moment, but at the moment we're just going to stick with the selenite. It's true. Video games can teach you quite a bit, which is really great. I just wish that it was all like factual, not just like, don't get me wrong, obviously we have fictional games and stuff like that, but I wish that they used a little bit of more factual things in it. So if it's like a occult-based video game, they would use more information from the occult, but they don't. They just make it seem like evil or whatnot. Thank you for sharing the live, you guys. The stories are great. Ooh, that would be great. If you look into some of the old folklores for different places too, and you could also use those, like they have folklore monsters you could use in your thing. That's super cool. Like I know that, I don't remember the name of them at the moment, there's this indigenous monster in quotation that's actually was used as a story in order to teach about mudslides. So basically it was this beast that would come rolling down a mountainside, and he would like eat everything in its path and take out everything in its path. And it was taught in order to teach people and warn them about mudslides and avalanches, and I love that kind of thing. It's great. Like, that's brilliant, first and foremost, but like that kind of thing, that's so cool. I'm glad that you're here. No, that would be so cool. No, I love it. Oh no, we go live on Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays for Reiki healing, and then Wednesdays for the energy readings. Hello, Nikki, how are you? You're good, I get it. I forgot, I didn't even know it was a holiday until someone was like, you're going out for the holidays? Like yesterday? Because it was Monday or something. No, I wasn't actually going out Monday, I was going out Sunday. They were like, it's gonna be so busy because of the holiday. I was like, there's a holiday? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, well. We were actually just doing an energy cleanse, but I'll get back into that too in a moment. At the moment, we're using lepidolite for grounding and easing stress. We're specifically working on this migraine that's holding up, but also I feel like for some of us, including myself in this instance, are dealing with some allergies, or maybe like a nasal infection for some of you. But holiday, yes, exactly. Oh, I'm doing good. I was in quite the mood earlier, and I'm not being like depressive either. I was just like angry for no reason. So I was like dealing with that most of the morning. I'm like, I do not need to have such an attitude problem today. Like, ease it up a little bit. So I was working on that like the entire day. Literally everything was irritating me, and I'm like, this is not what I want to be doing with my day. There's no point in this. So I was just trying to ease that up the most of the morning, but I'm doing well now. I got Hecate's new candle, and I was like, this is nice, this is great. And the moment I basically went and like put that on her altar space, I went to go do something else, and I got an order for some crystal bracelets that I have on my shop, and I was like, my mood went from just like angry to just like, oh, I'm supported. It was so sweet. I hear it. You guys make my day so much better, and that's how I know when even if I'm in a sad or depressed mood, I get on live, you guys are here and I'm automatically gonna feel better. That's how I know that I love doing this. Yes, I'm glad that you noticed the Studio Ghibli music. It does happen for sure. Thank you guys for following. Yeah, I wasn't sure what music to play today, so we went with Studio Ghibli because better moods. You don't need to be nervous about Hecate, she's a blessing. You will love her, trust me. She is amazing. You could think of her like a mom, if that helps. She's really supportive, really loving, and she's just going to be... She's amazing, is the only phrasing that I can say at the moment. She is one of the biggest blessings that I have in my life, and I will always say that. I'm glad that I help you feel better, Catherine. Oh no, what did you touch? Now I'm concerned for you. She is amazing, 100%. She's a blessing. And I'm really glad that she likes her candle. She did pick it out for the record, but I was still like, do you like your candle? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, good. I made her tea too because I do that, but thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the follows. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use a rose quartz because I feel like that's going to somehow ease... Oh! Some of the migraines actually, because for some of you, the tension is actually because of stress in relation to negative self-talk. That's what's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and use some rose quartz. I keep getting cold shivers today. You should be proud, Nikki. I'm proud of you. No, you're okay. You don't need to apologize for that. We all struggle with it. 100%. Inner critics can be loud. You dress up your candles now? I love that. Yeah, I do it too. She still wanted this one, and I was like, I'm gonna get this for her, obviously, because if she wants something and makes it obvious to me, I'm gonna get it. That goes for any of the deities that I have altars to. Even some of the other ones. I gave Archangel Michael gummy bears. He likes gummy bears. He also loves cake, by the way. Little fact for you. It can be really hard learning how to speak kindly to yourself, internally and externally. But for the record, you should start externally before it'll go internally. But be kind to yourself. Make sure you're being as gentle with yourself as you possibly can. We receive enough negativity from outside sources as it is. We don't need to be rude to ourselves too. Definitely. Releasing old belief systems, it can be really difficult at times. You can always ask your spirit team for guidance and assistance in this. Just be warned, certain ones of them are going to do it in ways that are either chaotic and or will give you no other option. But it'll be worth it in the long run. So be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, and know that these patterns will be released in due time. Yes, be present and mindful. Naming snacks. Exactly. It's like uninstalling it. Oh, Nikki, 100%. You may get the tough love you need, 100%. Yeah. Definitely. Also, I apologize if the camera kind of like shifted there a little bit. I had to readjust my legs. They went numb. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that they're responding well to the new medicine. Yep, he will do that. You can always ask him to send them in a little bit of lighter ways too if they end up like showing up as nightmares, by the way. Just be like, hey, can you like sweeten them up a little bit? Can't say he will do it, but you can ask. We are gonna go ahead and use the 17-inch satin spar for cleansing away any negativity. Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh no, Luna, I hope you can get a refill soon. He was like, yes. I love that. Can we make this more entertaining and less terrifying? Yep. Whew. Keep getting cold shivers today, you guys. The energy is a little bit, it's like putting your hands into cold ice water. Exactly, Jenny. Thank you for following. I got mine from spiritual.t on TikTok. I think it was like somewhere between $15 and $25. It was so worth it though. I definitely feel it. Some dreams are super obvious, some are just not. I'm glad this feels nice, Katie. For some of you, this might feel like I'm massaging your brain. You guys, unclench your jaws. Take some deep breaths, unclench your jaws. Yes, Studio Ghibli. We're listening to piano music. We all sometimes get the puzzles wrong. Sometimes the dreams that I receive seem like very biblical, or like, think of like what you would see in an old movie about Egypt. It's that kind of thing, and it's like very interesting, very intense, but they are very interesting. Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't talk. Oh, definitely. Take all the rest you need. If you feel like taking a nap, feel free. You can keep me on in the background. You can even turn the noise down. Queen, that might mean that you have unresolved issues with that person. That doesn't mean you have to talk to them. You just look at how that person made you feel, or how those, they are hard to speak. It is hard to speak. But look at how that emotion, what emotions come up for you when it comes to that person. What energy is that? That is what they want you to focus on during that, rather than the person who's showing up, the emotions that come up from it. Oh, I love that. Thank you for following. Definitely. I'm feeling like someone is definitely clenching their jaw. We're gonna go ahead and use some blue calcite. This might feel a little bit cold to some of you. You don't need to apologize. Just unclench your jaw, take some deep breaths. Blue calcite is a great crystal. I'm going to take a sip of tea. We went with sweet tea today. Oh. Oh, interesting. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Someone likes to say that my crystals are actually my dumbbells. Oh, you went from the hair. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. Oh, and too, Reiki, you're also drinking sweet tea. I love that. I usually don't notice when I'm clenching my jaw until like it starts aching, and then I'm like, oh, hey, one cheeky chick, how are you? Bear with me one moment, you guys. The energy might feel a little bit intense for some people, just as a fair warning. You are safe, don't worry. No, Erin, that's tomorrow. I'm glad this feels good. Thank you for following and for the rose. I'm glad you're feeling it. Hopefully it's not too intense. Do whatever you feel called to do as long as it is not hurting yourself or others. It means the Reiki is assisting you. Oh, I love that. I'm glad that you're feeling all the love. Ponyo! Sorry, I love that. Thank you for following. I'm glad this has helped. We had a lot of tension in the chat, a lot of pain, especially around the head. Migraine and stress has been like very severe in the chat since we started, actually. So we're massively working on pain relief and anxiety relief, stress relief. Definitely understand that. Ponyo is such a great movie. I'm glad you found us here too. Oh, I love that, Nikki. I love that. Feels like a... Okay, so at the moment, the main things I'm picking up on is like, some of you may... Okay, I'm channeling a little bit, but you guys are actually feeling like, for example, if you know anything about mythology, some of you may be feeling like Atlas right now. You feel like you're carrying the weight of the sky on your shoulders when you really don't need to be. I would look at your priorities and release anything that is adding extra baggage to you at this time. Anything that is adding extra stress that is unnecessary, or maybe things that you've taken on because you wanted to be helpful to someone else that is currently stressing you out more than you need to be stressed out. put it on the back burner. You should always be your own first priority, first and foremost. Easing that stress and anxiety from your own shoulders should be your first priority. Only take on as much as you can handle. Don't take on more. You don't want to be crushed by the weight of the burdens on your shoulders. Definitely release that stress. Release that burden. I love that. That's beautiful. Luna, I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. That's one of the things I definitely dislike of working sales. Thank you, Danny. I love it too. We're gonna go ahead and use some selenite for cleansing away any negativity. And then as soon as I find there it is, the black kyanite, we'll use that after. I'm glad. Just being you is productive enough. Here's something that I will say to you, because I have to say it to myself on a regular basis. You are worthy of everything you need. You are worthy of having your needs met. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of understanding and compassion. You are worthy of everything that you desire, even without having to put in the work for it. That is not to say that you should not put the work in for certain things that you are working towards. Obviously, put in that energy, but know that you are worthy of these things that you are looking for, regardless of anything around you or what anyone else tells you. You are already worthy of everything that you need and everything that you want. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. I apologize for the background noise. Always listen to your body. Your body knows best. Even if it can be annoying sometimes. Talking about myself there, but it's fine. We've all been there. Yes, your emotions are information. Actually, your emotions are a way of your body communicating with you too. It is a response. It is a form of communication with yourself that you tend to not remember the language of until you're really paying attention. So be kind to yourself and try to remember that language that you have with your body. Thank you for following. Oh, I'm sorry it's the first time you've heard that, but I'm glad to be the one to be able to tell you. Yeah, definitely. Luna, yes, I love the people in this chat. I love the community that we've built up, and I love the people who come in here, though even just for a couple of days. Like, they only come in for one, like, little, every so often. I absolutely adore them. Because you come in here at divine timing, or because you just really enjoy the energy. And in either case, I'm grateful to have the time with you. And I'm grateful that you guys allow me to help you in this healing. Make sure that you are taking time for yourself, and in a way this is taking time for yourself because you are accepting energy healing. Be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and do something for yourself, even if that just means eating a nice snack or drinking something you enjoy. Kinda. Yeah, actually, I am. I'm like, not kinda, I am actually doing that. Thank you for following. I cannot talk today, you guys. I appreciate it. No, of course, I'm glad to be here, you guys. Thank you, Erin. I appreciate it. Kat, well, I'm glad that you were here to hear it. Thank you for following, Luna. I'm feeling like the tiny selenite's not doing it, so we are going to go ahead and use the giant satin spar again. Mark, yeah. I've heard that a couple of times today. I appreciate it. That's really sweet. Okay, I'm gonna do things in a little bit of a roundabout method. Bear with me a second. Thank you, Bella. Forgive me if I'm not paying attention to the chat for a moment. Luna, I love that. That's one form of release. Well, any bodily reaction can be a form of releasing. So, ironically enough, any kind of anything like that is actually a form of releasing. Yep. Quite literally, Katie, actually, all of it. Giving it up to the angels to transmute. Catherine, I'm glad that you feel the energy. Thank you for following, Megan. I'm glad that you're here. I think I just imagined a cat. We're gonna go ahead and back in with the rose quartz for unconditional self-loving energy. Oh yeah, that feels a lot better. Hold on. Oh. Katie, yes. So we do Reiki Healing Lives every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 5 p.m. here for reference. But on Wednesdays, so tomorrow, also 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we also do an energy reading live where I just basically use this energy in order to scan your energy one-on-one. It is tip-based, $3 minimum if you want to tip. Otherwise, we do some free ones that are just general guidance readings, what you need to work on. Feel free to join me then if you guys are interested. Otherwise, I do offer tarot and oracle readings in a link in my bio, as well as Reiki-infused crystal bracelets like these ones. And spell jar jewelry as well, things like that if you're ever interested. Otherwise, we have the free Reiki sessions Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and then I post daily. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. I do have a lot of information and I love sharing it, so if you ever have any questions, let me know. I think I actually might. I know I'm not the only Reiki healer on here that is also pagan, but I can't find any of the other ones so far, or at least like maybe there are some and I'm just not aware that they're pagan, which I find kind of interesting. Oh yeah, so these ones are personal ones, but the ones that I have on the shop, I currently have to get down. But the ones that I'm going to be posting soon, give me 1 second. So for example, this one here is for attracting wealth and abundance, and then, yeah, basically, they're very cute. Hold on, let me like get a better image for them for you. That's actually not the correct combo, but so the one for attracting abundance actually comes with the manifestation slash motivation bracelet, which it's hard to show on camera for some reason. I have a great camera, so you'd think it'd be easier, but it's just not. And then the ones for relieving stress and anxiety and for emotional healing. This one is for emotional healing, this one is for anxiety and stress relief. And then I have currently listed one for protection and intuition boosting, and then one for self-love and confidence. The ones that I had easily accessible, I have packaged up because I received an order for it earlier, but... Oh, so I have altars currently set up to Hecate and Loki, my matron and patron, and then I have Apollo and Artemis, Hades and Persephone, Lady Freya and Aphrodite as well. But I interact with a lot of different deities, honestly, and then the angels. But I believe in all gods and pretty much all energies and entities, so yeah. I apologize if I missed any comments. I could definitely understand that one. I do sell them by 2 packs, so they're 2 for $10. Yeah. Oh, so the ones for anxiety specifically is this one, and it has rhodonite, amethyst, rose quartz, because loving compassion energy is so important with easing stress and anxiety. Amethyst is also good for soothing anxiety, and then rhodonite is also great for that. Let's see, forgive my yawning. Let's see, and that one's paired with the emotional healing one, which has green aventurine, citrine, amethyst, and rose quartz, and then clear quartz in the center. Loki is amazing, 100%. And I haven't posted these ones that I just showed you just yet, but I intend to. They're already done. It's just a matter of me going to take pictures. Which I might do after the live, to be honest, because I've been meaning to do that for like a week now. But yeah. I also have crystal cage necklaces and earrings as well, so you can put your own crystals in there. And then all of my crystal bracelets are Reiki infused, by the way, so it's not just spell bracelets, which they are that too, but they are infused with Reiki healing as well. Hopefully that answers some of the questions. Similar but not the same. Aphrodite is who I have the closest connection to when it comes to Venus, but only the planetary element is the element that I've worked with when it comes to that, but rather than the actual deity, like the Roman deity. Yeah, but then also I've interacted with Lucifer quite a bit as well, so Venus, but not the deity Venus, if that makes sense. Ooh. Computers are strange. Oh, Nikki, that sounds adorable. In which case, I do plan on actually posting videos for you to actually recharge the bracelets, basically with the intention what would be, you would put it on your phone and then you would set it down and put the bracelets on top of it, and then that energy will be absorbed through the video back into the bracelet. So far with these bracelets, though, I've only made 1 sale in total, so I haven't made those videos just yet. And I haven't received them because I just placed the order today, but that is the intention on that. So you guys will still be able to recharge it whenever, but yeah. Aphrodite is lovely. Oh, definitely. So Reiki is a form of energy healing. I cannot speak. Okay, English. Articulating correctly. Reiki is a form of energy healing utilizing source energy. If you don't know what source energy is, you can think of it in the scientific standpoint of everything is built up of energy. Everything is made of atoms, rubbing together and creating other things. So everything is made up of energy. And utilizing the energy as a conduit of the energy, the source energy travels down through me and out through my hands or wherever I need it to come out of, preferably the hands. I know that sounds really goofy, but you know, you can direct the energy. But through my hands to you, we have certain symbols that have certain different meanings and methods. For example, at the moment I'm using the master symbols. I am currently attuned in 5 different types of Reiki, but I only ever really use 4 of them. Right now we are using Tibetan and Mikao Usui normal Reiki, though I might be adding in the 4 element Reiki in a minute because I feel like that energy is kind of necessary. But we are also using my brain is spacing. I thought we were using another Reiki symbol, but I can't remember what it would have been at the moment. Anyways, oh, the distance symbol, obviously. In order to allow me to heal you at a distance. When you're still learning, I think most masters will teach you the distance symbol fairly quickly, but you can use this in order to basically go through time and space and heal someone at a distance, as long as they're willing and consenting to the energy healing. However, without that symbol, you only can heal through physical touch or like right next to the person. This allows you to not have to touch the person or be in physical interaction with them, if that makes sense. But I hope that answered the question. My brain feels like very foggy for some reason, so I'm going to go ahead and do another energy cleanse. And then we're going to work on the throat a little bit, because I cannot talk, and I feel like that's not just because of me. Words are hard. Oh, his name is Ping. That's adorable. I do. We do energy readings every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't know why I wanted to say 3. So for the first one, yes, I'm a Reiki master, certified and all. I have the certificate. I learned from Melissa Crowhurst on udemy.com. She was my first teacher, and then she's the one that I usually tell you guys about. She's amazing. I highly recommend her. You can do it at your own pace. It is through videos and through lessons based on that, and then some reading work. Very helpful when you're first learning out, but like it's not super one-on-one basis. She does even the attunement separately. So she does it in a group environment without us actually being present at the time, which is kind of nice because we don't have to be present during it. But very nice because you can do it at your own pace and do it whenever you need to or feel like you're wanting to learn. And then yeah, just the normal Mikao Usui basic one. Yeah. Oh, Melissa Crowhurst at udemy.com. Hold on, let me... Melissa Crowhurst, udemy.com. Okay. Oh, understandable. That's adorable. Well, Domi, that depends on your own pathway forward, but I always recommend you focus on healing first and foremost, and then just whatever you feel called to is where you need to be looking. So if you get kind of excited or you're like interested in something, go and study it. Go and research it. That is what I recommend when you're on your spiritual journey. If you're wanting to get into art, I would just start doing it. I know it sounds a little redundant to say, but you don't have to be perfect at anything when you're first starting out. You just have to start it, and eventually you're going to get comfortable with it, and you'll know where to go from there. Yeah. Oh, you want to get into the art world? Sorry, my dyslexia blocked out a word there. Yeah, I would just start maybe opening an Etsy and start selling them selling your art forms on there, or offering, what do you call it, like personalized images too. You write poems, I love that. I can definitely understand that, Domi. It can be really hard when you're learning how to heal, learning the coping mechanisms, getting through all of the trauma, getting through everything that is blocking and hurting you. It can be extremely difficult at first. That is some heavy throat energy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Thank you for following. Commission, thank you. Yeah, that's what I meant. You have to put one foot in front of the other and keep going one step at a time, 100%. We're going to go ahead and use some soda light for that throat. Ooh, that's like scratchy. Some of you might benefit from drinking some tea, maybe honey tea with lemon, or like ginger. Healing is messy and it's not linear. So you could think that you're completely healed from something and then like a couple months later it'll hit you in the face again. But you're gonna be okay and things will pass and you'll know how to deal with things later more and more. Be patient with yourself, especially when it comes to learning those coping mechanisms, because again, healing is not linear and it's not easy. It is worth it though, and it becomes a lot easier to handle these situations once you have the coping mechanisms to do so. I'm not ever saying that it's going to be completely healed when it comes to trauma, but what I can say is it gets a lot easier. This is coming from someone who has CPTSD and major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, and blah 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 blah. We don't need to talk about the other ones. But anyways, you'll make it through it. Be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and just do what you can. Be patient with yourself. The fact that you just made tea. Yeah, I'm like, this is really scratchy energy. Dang. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you for following. I'm gonna go ahead and just use Reiki for a second. Megan, I'm gonna say no, but you get to a point where you're supposed to treat yourself like you are already healed. Rather than think of yourself as something that is broken, you think of yourself as something that is already where you need to be, and then you just keep going. It does get easier. I would never say that you are fully healed. I would say that you can heal from things, and you can feel healed from it. It will no longer affect you, but that is still something that you had to go through and you had to learn from. I would never say someone is fully healed, but I will say it does get a lot easier. I'm glad that you're still here with us. I'm sorry that the past 2 days have been really difficult for you. Domi, setting firm boundaries and sometimes cutting people off is what's necessary in those kinds of moments. Might not be easy, but setting firm boundaries, and then if they keep trying to manipulate you, or they are, sometimes doing what's best for yourself is getting rid of those people from your life. Easier said than done in some cases, but do your best. Be patient with yourself and know that you have to do what's right for you. You are your own advocate. You have to be firm with yourself, be firm with others. No one is going to put you before them, so you can't do that either. You are your number one advocate. You are your first priority, and if you are not your first priority, you are doing it wrong. I love you. You are doing it wrong if you are not your number one priority. No one else is going to make you their priority when it comes to that, so you have to do it for yourself, okay? I love you. Be patient with yourself. Keep trying. It takes a lot. Thank you for the hearts. Katie, definitely. We're working on the throat at the moment, though. Even parents, even siblings, even friends. Yeah. I'm glad. 100%. If someone's causing you unnecessary stress and you've told them your boundaries and they are still ignoring it, it's time to cut them loose. Definitely. Focus on self-love and forgiveness and compassion. That is my number one recommendation for everyone. Thank you for following. Some family members will do that. People who are stuck in their own toxicity 100% will drag other people back into it the moment they have the chance, the moment you let them. You have the power and control over your own life and your own situations. So make sure you're choosing yourself and not putting yourself in those situations, even if it means cutting people out even without telling them why. And it's okay to cry. You're in a safe space. I feel those tears welling up. You're okay. Cry if you need to. It's a good form of releasing stress and anxiety, but it's also a good form of healing. We often treat others better than we treat ourselves, 100%. And you know, sometimes we're taught that we have to be like that for other people. And then we're taught that it's selfish in order to love ourselves or treat ourselves the way that we deserve. Or we're taught by other people that we have to be people pleasers in order to remain safe, which is not the case. In fact, it is actually detrimental to us and our health. Don't allow someone else to determine your own form of happiness. Only you can determine what is going to bring you peace and happiness and fulfillment and joy. Separate yourself from people who try to demand otherwise, okay? It can be really hard to learn. But I'm proud of all of you. Thank you for the rainbows. Or no, that's not the rainbows. Thank you for the hearts. All I saw was the rainbow. My brain went, rainbow. Thank you. I look forward to it too. If you guys haven't booked one with me, I do offer one-on-one Reiki sessions. We have 30-minute options and we have 1-hour options listed currently. It is $1 per minute though, so if you would like a specific number of time, we can work something out through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App as well, and then schedule a time based off of whenever works best for you. Highly recommended if you are interested or you enjoy my energy healing. Otherwise, I will see you back for group healing sessions Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. I'm glad. I look forward to it. Feeling some emotional turmoil, but specifically around anxiety. I'm feeling called to use a few different stones here, so I'm going to use my own brain here, and we're going to use Moonstone for emotional balancing and calm. Oh! I love this combination. Okay, we're going to add in Sunstone and Moonstone together. Me too. Yeah, definitely. Reiki can assist with almost anything, actually. Highly recommended. So yeah, I could definitely do that. We could definitely do a session if you wanted to that's specifically around pain relief, specifically around neuropathy pain, or any kind of pain, honestly. Emotional healing, anything else too. And I tap into your spirit guides specifically during your healing sessions, by the way, and I ask them what is best way to help you in those moments. So specifically, when I am doing it, I am connecting to your spirit team. So if you ever have any questions during the session too that I can answer and I can tap into, I will give you those answers. Or they'll just randomly pop in and tell me something and I'll be telling you that. And you can always just relax. You have the option of video call or phone call if you would prefer. Some people don't like doing face chat, which is perfectly fine. So yeah, your choice. Oh, definitely, Christine, I would love that. Well, if you end up doing it, I will definitely do it. For procrastination, I would actually recommend fluorite for focus, petrified wood for grounding and for grounding your motivations or what do you call them, manifestations into reality. Also, in case of it being an issue of anxiety lock, so like ADHD lock, that kind of thing, relaxing stones, so amethyst or maybe blue calcite for stress and anxiety relief that allow you to be able to do that better. Also, carnelian. Thank you for the crane, by the way. 122 on the likes. I've been seeing that number quite a lot lately too. Hello, how are you? Sunflowers might be a sign for some of you. 1, 2, 3 likes. Also hummingbirds. Someone has a grandmother spirit, by the way, and they want you to wash your dishes. I was going to just be like, oh no, I'm not doing this right now, and then she was like, just tell them to wash their dishes. That was so funny. Okay. That was precious, actually. Oh my goodness. You're like, I already did. Yeah, no, there's... I'm gonna stop laughing. I'm gonna try to stop laughing. Oh gosh. Okay. My eyes started watering. I don't know, the name Beatrice kind of came to mind, but I don't know if that's like them or if that's someone else. Oh gosh, it was really funny. Maybe tomorrow. You guys are so funny. Maybe that was just like a general combination of grandmas. They're just like, do your dang dishes, kids. Gotcha. It's definitely a B name. You got Barbara. Could be. Seems like Barbara's a very common granny name in the chat. Interesting. I love that. ELC. Basically, the best way to telling who is on your team is by asking them to reveal themselves to you, and those who are willing to will. You can do it through meditation, or you can ask them to show themselves in your dream. Dreams. But yeah. You put your plate in the dishwasher. Good. I love you guys. Oh, of course. Well, I thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I love that though. Of course. Yeah. The easiest way to start working with your spirit team and like communicating with them is to just start talking to them. Talk to them like you would, say, if you were praying to one of the gods. If you were talking to an angel, if you were just talking to a best friend. You with Stella, I love that. We're gonna go ahead and put down Moonstone, we're gonna keep Sunstone, and we're adding in... I don't know what crystal that was, hold on. I thought it was rose quartz, so we're just gonna try this and see what the universe says. You have Arlene. That was really funny though. Thank you for following. Brie, I love that though. Ashley, it might have been something specific that they needed you to do and work on in order to be able to do it again. But also, from what I've learned at the beginning of your practice, sometimes this has definitely happened with me. Your spirit team will give you a taste of the things that you are capable of. So they'll make it where you are just like willy-nilly suddenly really good at these things, and then they'll suddenly take it away because they want you to actually work for it. So you have to work yourself back up to being able to do it. Ask you for advice and doing the necessary healing in order to get back to it. It's unfortunate, by the way, because sometimes you're like, wow, suddenly I'm alone. That hurts at first when you don't understand it. But that is what happens. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Brie. I appreciate it. I think it's a little hard to see. There's a little golden stars on the sides too, and then this part's a little golden streak, and then the little stars and the moon. So sometimes at the beginning of your practice, when you're first getting into spirituality, witchcraft, or you're like learning your psychic abilities, your spirit guides and team will give you all of these abilities outright. They'll be like, yeah, you can do all of these things, and you're like, oh yay, and then they'll just take them away. Because they want you to work yourself back up to it. They want you to put in the work to get back to it. And that's why you'll be able to do something sometimes and then suddenly you can't anymore, because they want you to work towards it, or they want your focus to be on a different part of your life at that time. And they'll be like, it's back now. So sometimes you're going to be able to do something and other times you're not going to be. So they want you to work for it. Yep. Oh no. I would just start when when they haven't done that, because sometimes they'll do it, especially when you are lacking confidence. They'll do it that way, but other times they just want you to sit there and figure out what works best for you, and to trust your intuition on what makes sense for you. Ashley, I love that though. Sometimes it is just a lot of work though. Ooh, we are getting into heavy heart space energy. Where's my Amazonite? You know, that gave me the energy of, where's my super suit? Ooh, that is heavy heart energy. If you're feeling some pressure in your chest, make sure you're taking some deep breaths. You are safe. It takes a lot of time. Be patient with yourself, but you know, putting in small implementations, so to speak, in order to get to where you're going is the best way to do it. Especially if you're working on your third eye, you can work with binaural beats and just listen to them every night before you go to bed, or do sound healing, basically is what I mean by that. You can start doing meditations, you can do energy work, you can work with crystals, things like that, and that's the best way to start opening and activating your clair abilities. But then your throat and your crown are also essential for that, though I always recommend you start from the root going up. It's for the greater good. The greater good. I'm the only greater good you're ever gonna get. I love that movie. The second one wasn't what I was expecting, but it was still just as good. Our gifts take work, and nothing does come easy, which some of us don't want to hear. But think of it this way. The best things in life never come easy. And would you feel as accomplished if you didn't have to work for it? If it was just given to you on a silver platter, would you feel as accomplished once you finally get what you want? No, you wouldn't. Meditation is hard for you because your brain never shuts up. I recommend starting with meditation tasks instead of just sitting down and meditating. So for you, if you can't sit still because your brain is keeping going and you can't clear that out right away, dance, crochet, color, do a task. That is also meditating. Letting your body be the meditation, allowing the energy flow through you that way. That is a form of energy healing and meditation. a Cancer sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Capricorn rising. I am very much very emotional, very loving, and a workaholic. I show a lot of affection through other means than just being like words. I will try to be verbal about it, but I'm not always the best with communication outwardly. I'm more kind of cutthroat in certain ways, but I'm also very compassionate. So my Cancer sun definitely outweighs my Capricorn to the pointness, but it like does it in a way that's still to the point, just in a more sweet way. And then one of my coping mechanisms is working. So I'm, yeah, constantly working, but it helps me and it helps you guys. I am also heavily connected to music, but not so much dancing, though I did used to do belly dancing when I was younger, and I really vibe with that. Actually, I saw this video of a person who was like dressed as Hecate, and they were belly dancing as like an offering to her the other day, and I was like, that is amazing. I would never be able to do that, but I will watch it. It was really cool. 100%. It is good to know about yourself, and astrology is a good way of starting. I love that though. Kiwi, thank you for following. I am also chaos, but also kind of not. I'm just kind of a person who wants peace, but the life is kind of chaotic at random times. Though it's been a lot more peaceful lately, knock on wood. A lot of the chaos is in my own head, unfortunately. For me, Odin once called me a peaceful warrior because I am constantly battling but choosing peace. So basically that kind of thing. It's constantly a battle up in here, but I am constantly fighting, and I am still here and still shocked how I am some days, but you know. Well, what are you struggling with, Spiritual Queen? If you come back tomorrow, I am doing energy readings. If you wanted that kind of input, I could do your energy reading then. Otherwise, I can't really tell you specifically right now. Oh, 100%. It really is like chicken and the egg. Katie, yeah. That can be a really interesting combination, so to speak. Especially when it comes to your healing. You have to play around with it quite a bit. But you have a great personality. Oh, I love that. High vibrational or healing? Which would you prefer? Because I do have some recommendations either way. High vibrational movies are going to be movies that personally make you feel like really euphoric and happy. For me, that would be like Ponyo, Studio Ghibli movies, but like the less intense ones. Oh no, you're okay. You don't need to apologize for it. I'm just letting you know. I can't really do that at the moment, but come back tomorrow for sure. And then, yeah. Healing movies, the movie like Soul, I forget, there's a bunch of them. I'm not like a huge movie person, but but you have a great personality. I'm not lying. You have a great personality. But like, yeah, no, I mean that. Like, you really do. We all have our own issues. This is gonna be from someone who's like severely mentally ill too. Like, you know, we all have our issues, especially with like the signs and the way that they clash together. I am like polar opposites smushed into one being. All around just very weird. When I look at my astrology chart to figure out what my career path is would be, you want to know what it is? Mystery. They're like, mystery. You'd be great as a detective, or like, oh, well, it's so combined and confused you don't even know. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I don't know. But this is what I want to do, so it's fine. Howl's Moving Castle is a great movie. Exactly. I'm literally like polar opposites smushed into one being. So I'm not really one to talk, but yeah. There's always teacher and medical. Mine is literally just, oh, well, I can see that you're definitely like someone who should be in the occult, and I'm like, I'm a witch. So yes. And they're like, you could definitely be into like mysteries. You're like delving into mysteries and the unknown, and I'm like, Yep. They're like, yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. But I'm on the teacher life path, so that's why I have all this information and like sharing it with you guys. Have a great night. I hope to see you next time. This one is not hitting the heart space hard enough, so we're gonna go ahead and use Malachite after Vivianite. Oh, there we go. This might feel a little bit pinchy for some people. Take some deep breaths. You are safe. Thank you for following. Yeah, I was like, that is the shift that we needed. The other one just wasn't getting where we needed it to. Aries, Sun, Virgo, Rising. I kind of love that, though. You're very spicy. Vivianite's one of my favorite crystals, too. Sorry if that's a weird description. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock something in your heart space first. Oh, this is really cool. So basically what they're showing me for your heart space is a boulder covered in moss, and they want me to basically peel the moss off. And actually it's not a boulder, it's a chest. It just kind of looked like one. If you end up feeling like crying, feel free to. You are safe here. I'm going to need my pre-night. My big three. I am a Cancer Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Rising, and I think my North Node might be in Virgo. Could be wrong. I can't remember. Thank you for following. Cold shiver. They're showing me your cup being filled with rainwater. So if you've been feeling low energy, or not low energy, you've been feeling like you haven't been receiving enough energy back in your life, Source is now returning some of that energy to you. Hi, we are doing a collective reading, or not reading, we are doing a collective healing tonight. So it's not for one person, it's for everyone who is in here. It is totally normal. Tortally? Apparently tortoise might be a sign for some of you. That was funny. Oh, I agree. Oh, I love that though. I love turtles. They're super sweet. My mother, her best friend, her name was Shelly. We associate turtles with her. So my mom has a little altar set up for her because she passed away, unfortunately, a few years ago. But only love is allowed in here, yes. And of course, thank you guys for your patience on that. the comments kept coming in and I was trying to mute the correct person. Phones, but just because you don't believe in Reiki healing does not mean that it is not true. And I always recommend you balance physical and metaphysical. Seek a doctor if you need to. In fact, I would always recommend, and when it comes to serious medical conditions, you always go to a doctor first, and you can use Reiki on top of that. That is how I recommend it. Oh gosh, Rain. For the doggies, definitely. We'll see you soon. You gotta, yes, heal mind and body. Body first, and go into the, so balance physical and metaphysical, 100%. Balance is key. You can't do very well with just one or the other. Say if you're healing spiritually, you can't heal your body just through spiritual means. Obviously energy healing can help with healing the body as well, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying, but you gotta do the physical work too. That's like doing manifestation spells and money spells and then not putting any of the work in order to make it happen. Or they give you, say you do a money spell and your boss is like, oh, we can give you more hours at work, and you refuse them when that's actually your spell working. You're like, I don't have to put in more work. That's the entire point of the spell, is to make more money, and that's what they were giving you. We are going to stay on for about another 30 minutes. Exactly, Reiki. Like into Reiki, you know. You have to do the extra work. You have to put the work in order to get the reward. If you do not work, you do not eat. That kind of thing. Oh, I love that though. Yeah, it's only 6 p.m. here. Ooh, so you get to basically stay until almost bedtime with me. I love that. I say that like people actually go to bed at 9:30. I am a lazy bones and I am like an old fuddy-duddy. I go to bed pretty early, but not like, more like 10 to 11, not like 9. It is an energetic reaction. So if you are focusing the energy in one spot, sometimes the energy while it is healing will actually release so much that you'll feel the tension build up in the other spots. It's not necessarily that the energy is making that tension happen so much as it is bringing awareness into the other energies that need released and healed. Exactly. 8 p.m. in Wisconsin. I cannot speak today, you guys. Dang. Hopefully that answered your question a little bit. We are going to go ahead and use some amethyst now for some pain relief because I am specifically feeling something very specific and I'm not sure what it is just yet, so bear with me. I can agree with that statement. I am not Christian, I am pagan, but I do agree that we are all children of the gods in certain contexts, not like literally. Hopefully that's a good thing, Luna. Energy is wisdom, 100%. Thank you, John. Welcome in. Thank you, Bree. I love this piece too. Amethyst is actually one of the first crystals that I got. It is one of my favorites. I have a plethora of them. A lot of them are on altar spaces, to be honest. Welcome back, Stacy. It's a great crystal, great for soothing pain, great for easing stress and anxiety, great for boosting your intuition and psychic awareness and psychic abilities, good for preventing bad dreams and for easing any like stress and anxiety that causes nightmares, good for healing and emotional balance, good for a lot of things. Oh, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. Welcome in. Of course, I'm glad you're here. Aaron. In certain contexts, I can agree with that. In certain contexts, I'm like, oh, well, maybe not. I think it really depends on the situation, but that makes me giggle quite a bit. Thank you for following. Yeah, I love amethyst. It's a great crystal, honestly. Okay, that eased up a little bit, but we're still having that intense feeling in the heart space. What can I do? Okay, already good an answer. We're gonna go ahead and use Lumerian quartz for the heart chakra. Ooh, pink and red amethyst, 100%. Thank you for the rose. Oh, raccoons, that's cute. I love raccoons. That's adorable. A natural piece of amethyst, just kind of just naturally a heart shape. I love that though. He's eating your bird food though. Maybe your sign is to buy more bird food. I'm completely kidding, but also, oh my gosh, raccoons! Thank you. That's adorable. Probably a lot, honestly. Definitely cry if you feel the urge to. You are completely safe here. Crying is healing. It does make sense. Leo Sun, Libra Moon, and Scorpio rising. Ooh. That is a great combination, but also, I apologize on behalf of your family for your trauma. You probably will never get their apology on that, but I apologize to you for having to go through that. Also for every single one of your exes. Except for like the one. Pisces Sun and Aquarius Moon. You need to go on more walks or hikes, dude. That's like my recommendation for you. Do something more adventurous for yourself. Don't hold yourself back because of what other people say. I think that mostly what I'm picking up on is, Ponyo? Sorry. Mostly grief and like emotional healing issues, but I am sorry that you're going through physical issues. I hope that that eases up soon and that you heal quickly. Virgo Ascendant, Scorpio Moon, and Leo Sun. Ooh. I love that. Thank you for following, but also, again, I apologize for any exes that you might have had. Leos, oh, I missed that, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, ooh, yeah. I missed some of the comments. I apologize. I can't scroll because I'm holding 2 crystals, but... Oh no, Bree. I hope that they're okay, but also make sure you're taking deep breaths and take time for yourself. Make sure you're taking time to rest as well. Heavy labor placements. You must have a lot of issues making decisions, huh? But you said you were Virgo. Oh, you're Virgo sun. Yeah, no, you probably have a few issues making decisions. But when you do make a decision, you're very firm on it. That can definitely feel like that for sure. Honestly, friendship breakups were way worse than relationship breakups. And you can say I'm wrong on that all you want, but like, that's how it was for me. Like, dang. I'm glad the surgery went well. Oh, that's valid. Yeah, those can be concerning. Yeah. Oh, Mia, that's great. I love that, though. Thank you for following. Thank you for following, you guys. I am so happy we made it to 6,000. You guys are great. I can't. I was literally just thinking, I was like, yeah, we're like over halfway towards my goal of getting to 10,000 by the end of the year. And then I was like, I'm almost to 6,000, and you guys are like, heh, bet. You guys are funny and great. I love you. Oh, I definitely feel that. I have been in a lot of relationships and they've all been garbo. Friendships not so great either, to be honest. I used to be friends with my childhood bullies, and I genuinely was like, well, they're my friends, so you know, this is like normal. No. It was not normal. But I didn't know better because I dealt with the same stuff at home. We're gonna go ahead and use some moonstone now, too. Take some deep breaths. Luna, that's under. I can definitely feel that one. Well, know that you are in a non-judgmental space here. I did persevere, and I am still here. I have survived a lot of different forms of abuse, and almost was unalived in a lot of different situations. But I am still here, surprisingly, somehow. And you know, because I'm still here, I can help you guys the best I can, and I'm still healing from a lot of the stuff that I went through. Definitely. Through healing you guys sometimes, and a lot of the times, I also end up helping myself in the process. So it is as much healing for me as it is, or as much healing for you as it is for me. I do have some Scorpio placements, but I do not remember what they are at the moment. Mostly it's just, I think the signs that I have the most in is Leo and Capricorn. Definitely stay safe at night, 100%. My Venus is in Leo, and I feel like that says a lot about me. If you know astrology, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you for following. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the things about Scorpio energy. There's a lot of trauma in it, and a lot of overcoming and persevering from pain. Scorpio Mars, though, you spicy. No, I love that. Dude, I love that. My Mars is in Libra. I overthink everything, and then I'm like, okay, well, you know, what they did wasn't that bad. And then I get really angry about it later. I have to think about things with pros and cons. I'm like, is it worth it? Do they really deserve to be punished for what they did? Yes, they do. But I'm always like, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. Or my healing side of me is like, well, you know, I'll just wish healing upon them because, you know, I'm a healer, it's what I do. If you ever hit my wards, you're very likely to just get a forced healing spell and self-awareness, so... It's not to say you won't get backlash, because I send that energy back times 10, but... yeah. Thank you for following. Yeah, Libra. Probably. Catherine, so you get it. Being a Libra Mars is... it's conflicting and kind of boring, but it's also like, you know, we fight for justice, that kind of thing. So when we get angry, something was wrong. Most of us don't. Like, obviously our emotions can get the better of us on certain occasions, but when we get angry and we decide to fight with aggression, we had every reason to, and we thought about that like 30 times over. 100%, definitely. Mars is an Aries, though. Okay. Dionysus is connected to rebirth and transformation. Yeah, that's true. You're also a Libra. You're a Sag Mars. So what I'm hearing is you get revenge in very funny ways. When you decide to do it. Sometimes you're just like, you're not worth my time, and you move on. But, I'm like, hold on. Well, that's funny. I love that, though. Now, where is my citrine? We need that. I used it for a video yesterday. Okay, we are gonna have to use a different crystal because I don't have that, and then we're using this one. Okay. We are using yellow jasper for the solar plexus because it felt called to use citrine, but I cannot find it, so we are using that, and then we are using a transformation seashell. An Aquarius Mars, okay. So you'll know when to run from me when I am in a fight and I start laughing, or someone says very specific trigger words to me. So if I'm walking away from a fight, this is from personal experience, and someone says that's what I thought, or something in regards to that, I will turn right around. I'm like, oh really? It's like, you really want to try me? I was trying to be the bigger person here. But the moment I start laughing, I have snapped and you need to run away. This is not to say when I'm laughing out of like enjoyment, obviously, but out of anger, get out of there. My Cancer sun will come right forward. I might be crying while I do it, but yeah, we, you know. Oh, I love that. I've always wanted to glitter bomb someone who makes me angry, like as like a little like form of revenge. Be like, I just want to throw glitter all through your car. Specifically, so you drag it everywhere with you. So you can't go to work without being covered in glitter all over your pants or your shoes, since you're dragging it into your work too. Yeah. I think that's the best form of revenge. On like a decent level, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't really cry mad much anymore. I cried frustration, but I also don't really get mad. It takes a lot, but once I'm there, you know that those people deserve that anger. Oh, 100%. And I don't get into altercations often, like at all. I think there's been one time within the last 5 years that it's happened. And when I say altercation, I mean as in like, I actually raised my voice. And it was literally entirely just them being really freaking awful. Anyways, but yeah. Thank you for the compliment. Hello, welcome in. We are going to be live for about another 10 minutes, you guys, and we're going to do an energy cleansing and protection and wrap it up. But anyways, enough about the anger, because I'm going to not get angry. So I'm going to not think about that. But I'm going to continue to focus on that energy real quick. We're going to go ahead and add in the giant piece of pyrite for a second. Please bear with me. Keep getting cold shivers. Oh goodness. Okay. I feel like I look really goofy. Your kids, grandkids, and husbands are the only one that upset you. Makes sense. To calm what? Oh, my anger? No, you're good. Oh, I live in Washington State. You guys are not the ones who get me angry. You're fine. I was thinking about that little altercation I had mentioned a minute ago. I don't think you were in here for it. We were talking about our Mars signs and then anger, and I was like, yeah, the one time I've actually gotten angry, and I'm like, nah, we're not doing this. But yeah, we're good. I'm okay. Yeah, I live in Washington State. Not DC, but state. I'm seeing a feather, specifically like a necklace with a feather. I'm getting indigenous energy all of a sudden. Hold on. Someone really wants someone to get back in touch with their culture, and also to work more with your ancestry. I'm also seeing bone throwing, so osteomancy specifically is what I just picked up on. So that might be a good form of a good way for you to connect with your ancestry if there is an indigenous person in here who this might be for. Also, blue jays might be a sign for you. And that is what I got. Also, the aurora borealis. Hello. I live in Olympia, so the state capital. I hope that message got to whoever needed it. Okay, speaking of, we're gonna go ahead and use mahogany obsidian. Oh no! See, it says I lost Wi-Fi. Can you guys see me? And you're laying under your northern lights with feather necklace. Interesting. But you're not indigenous. I got indigenous energy from it specifically. That might still be a sign for you, but because of the feather, it gave me the energy of that, plus the beadwork that I was seeing specifically. I'm glad that you guys can still see me. Yeah, I was like, bye. I'm like, no, where are you? You're Irish and Apache. Yeah, I love that though. Could be. Just remember to be respectful of other people's cultures in this lifetime. If you're not indigenous, don't practice any of their closed practices. I will always be an advocate for respecting other people's cultures. We don't know what tribe I'm connected to, but it's like 0.1%, so it's like the teeniest tiny amount, which I know indigenous people don't, a lot of them don't like the whole like percentage basis, because it, I can't remember the wording that they've used, but I've heard them talking about it actually. Something very specific. I don't remember at the moment. They were saying that it's a type of colonization thing that they do in order to try to either whitewash people or to make them not reconnect with their culture, that kind of thing. But I'm not the one to talk on that, so. Yeah, as far back. Marina, I'm sorry, I think I missed the first part of the thing. What do you mean about the music? I'll have to look it up because I've never heard of the Glow Metaphysical Market. We're gonna go ahead and do some last minute other forms of Reiki. I apologize for the absurdities that were just said in the side of my phone. Hopefully you guys did not hear it. One of these days my sister is going to get me banned. And I will be even angry with her than I already am. I have to be very careful with the phrasing and wording that I use on this app. Drums, etc. Oh yeah. Definitely. I'm glad that that didn't bother anyone, and thank you for following. Also, chances are the more polite I get, the more standoffish I am in those moments. You guys will learn this about me. If I become more polite, I am separating myself emotionally from the situation. We're gonna go ahead and use some rose quartz. No, it's true. 100%. All the Scorpios be like, I'm here for it. Yeah, me too. Oh, I love that though. Oh, what's the music called? We're actually listening to the Studio Ghibli soundtrack, but the piano version of the music. Actually, Jordan, it's funny you mentioned that. One of my favorite things of doing it is when I do baths, I do spell baths and ritual baths. So what I like to do is I use my Reiki healing and I infuse the water with the Reiki. So I receive the energy through the bath water, basically. And it's very nice, very calming, very pain relief. It's great. Oh, thank you, Bella. I appreciate it. I used to be super insecure about my laugh. And then I ended up feeling perfectly fine. Also, I find it ironic that you said that you are a proud American as your username, but you're not being supportive over people's belief systems. Kinda ew. Bye! Anyways, that was not very nice of me, but like, they struck a chord with me for a moment. Anyways. Yeah. We're all still learning, definitely. You're also a Reiki master. Of course, no, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. You can do a lot of things with Reiki, and feel free to experiment with it. There's a lot you can learn still. Kick the grass with. I did. Dorian, you're okay. My love, you're fine. Calm down. Oh my gosh. I apologize for the dog. Take your time. Dang. Oh, actually, no, he isn't. Dorian is a German Shepherd Black Lab mix, and he's so over dramatic. I love him. He definitely sounds like a husky. But no, the other one is a Cullen. He's a Black Lab Pity mix. But that one's the German Shepherd mix. They're so funny. I love them. They have separation anxiety whenever they get separated from each other. So, a Leo German Shepherd. He's a lab German Shepherd. He is a talker, but only when his uncle's not near him. Probably. He's like, no, it's more like he wants to be near his uncle, the other one. You thought it was a bird. They're so over dramatic, and I love them. Yep, they both do the wine. Exactly. Oh, well, they haven't really been through a lot. We've had them since they were puppies. They've just been around each other so much that anytime he's not near the other one, he's just like whining about it. But he gets put next to him like not even 3 minutes after. They're literally being taken outside to our little dog pen where they can run around and play. They're just ridiculous. I say little, but it's actually like big. It's bigger. Probably like 3 bedrooms combined together. The emotional support human, yep, 100%. They can be so overdramatic in the best way. I love them. That was my mother. She's like, be quiet, in other terms that are not so kind, but profanities in this household. Anyways. Oh, 100%. It is literally just separation anxiety. Oh, thank you, Kai. How are you? Alright, you guys. We are going to go ahead and do energy cleansing and then energy protection. It's going to be time to call it quits for the night. If you want an energy reading from me, though, you can come back. We do it Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, definitely. Thank you for the roses. I do apologize for all the background noise, though. At some point, I hope to get my own space that will be less loud. Though I can say that when it's quiet out there, we can hear the birds through my window, and I love that. I'm glad that doesn't bother you guys too much. More authentic. I'm glad. I hope you also have a great night. Thank you guys for following and being here and supporting. By the way, if you want to catch any of my lives, I do post them on YouTube. It's probably not linked in the bio, but it's the same username that you see here. Angelica, yeah, I'm gonna have to do more lives outside. It's just that it gets super hot and I'm very pale. And I burn. I literally was doing Reiki videos for like 3 hours the other day and my arm just got burned and then like I got like a rash from the sun, so it was not great. But I love doing it outside because my yard is amazing. Of course, I'm happy to help. I do have to do more Reiki out, more lives outside though. Bye, have a good night. Clear out this energy real quick. Yeah, I have AC in here, so I'm like, yep, this is better. And then my fan. Alright, you guys, we're just gonna go ahead and do energy protection real quick. And then as a reminder, if you guys want to book a Reiki session with me, I have the 30-minute option and the hour-long option. Link in my bio. It's $1 per minute if you are interested. And if you want any other certain amount of time period, we can talk about it and work that out. Just please let me know and we will figure it out. And I do work with your schedule. I'm glad that I could be of help. Kai, I'm so proud of you. Do whatever you need to do in order to make it happen and get out of there. And be safe and be kind to yourself. Know that you have friends in other places. Not to reference Princess and the Frog a little bit, but you know, it's a good movie. Alright, you guys. And with that, we are calling it quits for the evening, but I hope to see you again on Friday for more Reiki healing or for energy readings tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you guys, and it's great talking to you as always, and I will see you guys next time. I love you. Be safe. Do some self-care. Drink some water. I'll catch you guys next time. If I can push the button.